Alright, hello YouTube again. The last video I did was an unboxing video of the Asus N56J. This is a sort of a preview of that. I've had it now for a bit less than a day, but I'm still able to provide you with a little bit more information about the laptop. So let's get started. First we're going to talk about quickly the processor. It's an Intel Core i7 processor. The specific model is 4700HQ, so HQ stands for high quality. It's a very high-end notebook processor. It does 2.4 gigahertz, but I think it actually has a turbo boost feature which will bump it up to just above 3 gigahertz. Until now, it's been fine. No lag when browsing websites, browsing down Reddit quickly. No problems with that. Relating to the processor, it's the graphics card. So the GPU here, it's the GeForce GTX 760M. Now this is unusual for a non-gaming laptop to have a GTX GPU, but actually Asus decided with this laptop that it better have some power. And I'll actually explain why that is a bit later. I haven't been able to play any games yet. I'm downloading Battlefield 3 as we speak, but that will take some time, so no personal experience on that yet. They did promise, they did mention on notebookcheck.com that it should be able to run Battlefield 4 on high settings around 40 frames per second. So that sounds very promising. I'm very excited for that. Another thing about this laptop that I know now about is the hard drive. The hard drive is 750 gigabytes. It's a very basic hard drive. It has a rotating speed just over 5,000 rounds per minute, so it's not anything great. Actually, when you go to the Windows performance check, it gives you a 5.9, and this is actually the lowest rating of this laptop, the hard drive spinning speed, which is just over 5,000. The screen is something that I chose this laptop for. It's a full HD screen, widescreen, 15.6 inch. So nothing special, but still it's nice to get that full HD there. Many of the laptops in this price category don't even have full HD, they have HD ready, so it's just over 700 pixels. Battery, as I said in my last video, in my unboxing video, is very typical. It's, I think, a 6-cell battery, but still it's not gonna give you anything fabulous on this size of laptop. It's only 5,200 milliampere hours, and this means that you won't be able to run with this for many hours without charging, because it is quite a big screen, illuminated screen, and it has very powerful processor and graphics card. Actually, they said that there's two processors or two graphics cards where only one of them is active at once, and they choose the proper one. The big one for demanding tasks and the little one for daily tasks. Connections in this laptop are very good. We have not a single USB 2.0 hole in here. We have down here two USB 3.0s, I'm sorry, and then here another set of two USB 3.0 connectors. Then we have the typical ones. We have the HDMI on here on the left, the Ethernet cable, the VGA. Here's a 3.5mm jack for the subwoofer, and there's charging hole. So nothing spectacular there, but it is quite cool to have four USB 3.0s. Also, the Bluetooth is 4.0, as we can expect nowadays from such priced laptops. The mousepad is very large. It represents the aspect ratio of the screen perfectly, so it's a 16:9 aspect ratio. It has only one solid piece here, so the mouse clicks are actually very silent and they're not their own buttons. It does support 3 fingers and rotates and zooms and all that stuff, but I haven't played around with that too much. I have my own wired mouse, so not much more about that. The keyboard, it's very soft. The keys are not hard like they were in my Vaio, but they're actually quite comfortable and soft. I'll have to be careful not to scrape them or scratch them too much. And they're also very silent. Here's a full numerical keyboard also on the side, which you can expect for 15.6 laptop. So very, very nice and somewhat typical keyboard and mouse, but still not below par. The next thing we're going to talk about quickly is the sound system. So I've had a chance to listen to some music on this, and with the subwoofer especially, the sound is nice. It's very nice for a notebook. It's a sort of a special audio designed by Bang & Olufsen, IC Power. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds pretty cool. And to emphasize their efforts on the sound, they actually made an extra design of these little circles around the speakers. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's holes here actually from the laptop. They actually said that this also increases heat dissipation, so it should keep the laptop relatively cool. Talk about cool, there's the primary ventilation shaft here on the left, but there actually is a right one here also, so there's two ventilations. One of which is always active, and the other one becomes active when necessary. So some miscellaneous information about this laptop. It does come with a subwoofer, which is pretty cool and out of the ordinary. It has an extra button here, so the power button is here and the extra button is here, and you can assign it to do anything. It can start a specific application, it can do a command for you, whatever. I mean, if you had a macro keyboard, it's not going to be a big difference, but it is a cool little addition for a laptop. The logo on the back, as I said in my previous video, it is indeed illuminated, so it gives a cool little stylistic touch addition to the aluminum color of this laptop. Typical for Asus, this computer comes with a whole bunch of applications, programs from Asus, so there's only a few of them that you can see. You might even want to consider deleting some of them, as they do take quite a lot of RAM if all of them are on at the same time. Talk about RAM, actually, it does have an 8GB RAM, so until now it hasn't even reached midpoint, even though I had a whole bunch of installs and updates on. So what about the negatives of this laptop until now? Well, it is quite a heavy laptop. It's 2.7 kilograms with the battery. I keep it without battery when I'm at home, just to conserve it, but it's not an ultra portable or anything like that, so if you're looking for that, then this is not going to be your laptop. Also, another thing that I'm a little bit disappointed at this price range is the fact that it doesn't have any SSD or flash memory. It only has that 750GB hard drive, which isn't even spinning so fast, so it's not going to have massive information transfer speeds. But, you know, you get what you get at this price, which is around 1,000 euro. So I think that's going to be all for my preview video this time. I think in a couple days I'll be making a very detailed review, so one more video of this. But until now, I just say peace out.